Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to another episode of NIMBY Rails. We're continuing to build the Merseyrail network today. We're having a look. This is what we built last time, and of course we built up to New Brighton, along to West Kirkby down here, and of course down to Hunts Cross in the south of the network. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to be looking at continuing up towards the north, and we're going to be building the line up towards Kirkby, up towards Southport, Ormskirk, etc, etc. So yeah, fingers crossed that it's going to be a good one today. Now again, I cannot stress enough that I have very, very little knowledge of the Merseyrail network, and so we are just kind of hoping for the best with this one, we really are. I am completely open to being criticised. You know, if you think, hang on, that's not particularly right there, Joe, then do, of course, let me know, because obviously we want to get it as right as we possibly can. Now, we're going to be continuing up, which involves usually putting these stations in first. We're going to put sandhills in there. Now, one other thing regarding the trains, what did we do now? We had a poll, and it was let me just double check. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked it, the Class 777 was the overall winner. So we will be utilising the Class 777. Oh no, it was the overall winner, but out of 141 votes, 58% voted for the Class 777. So we will be using the more modern Merseyrail units on this particular route. I might shove one or two 507s in just for the hell of it, but overall it will be the newer units. So thank you if you did get involved in that. Thank you so much for voting, and we might do more things like that where you can get involved. I think that would be quite nice, don't you? Yeah, it would, absolutely. Right, so we need to continue up this way, so we go up towards Bootle. Nice sounding place, isn't it, Bootle? And I reckon the station for Bootle is about there. We're sticking with 151 metre stations where we can. So that's Bootle Oriel Road, and then we've got Bootle New Strand here. Or Bootle Medical Centre. Medical Centre? Yeah, get it right. Medical Centre, Bootle Medical Centre, very nice indeed. And up here we have got, let's just make sure that's 150 metres, jolly good, Seaford and Litherland. Although it is actually further up here. It's because the 151 metre stations, I don't reckon that these metres are correct, you know, we've had this conversation before. But the stations look longer on the map, but I don't think they are really. So then we continue up here. This is Waterloo, as you can see there. Not London Waterloo, obviously. That would be ridiculous. But yes, Waterloo, or Crosby Town Hall. Continuing further up to Blundell Sands and Crosby. Let's have a look. Where's Blundell Sands and Crosby? I reckon you're about there. Yeah, Blundell Sands and Crosby. Again, we're going to have to go through and rename all of these, aren't we? Hall Road, you are there. A hearty good afternoon to you. And there's this lovely great big field. Is that some sort of park? It's lovely. You know, really nice. Do love a good park, some nice greenery. And we continue up here to Hightown. You are about there, aren't you? 150 metres. That is fantastic. Up to Hightown. Not to be confused with Highton. That is somewhere separate altogether. Continuing up now, it should bend round to the right, and we do have the town or the station of Formby. So you come, it's about there, isn't it, Formby? Lovely. So Formby is there. And then we have Freshfield, and you are on this side of Freshfield. Oh, and it has just called it Freshfield, isn't it? It's always nice when that happens. You think, oh, yeah, don't have to go through and rename it all again. But you can't help but, when you get there, you're just like, oh, I'll rename this. And you're like, no, don't rename. You don't need to rename. Ensdale Station, it's quite a long stretch between stations. Well, for any other network, probably not. But for the Merseyrail network, that's quite a stretch. There we go, 150 metres. Look at all that with no station. And we continue up to Hillside. Is that Hillside, or do we... I think that is Hillside. Yes, it is. Right, okay. Yep. Hello, Hillside. Oh no, we don't need you to be that long. I mean, the longer the station, the bigger the catchment area, so it would be within our interest to have huge stations. But I want to do this, you know, I want to have them, the rough, kind of, you know, roughly what it is in real life. I want to get it as close as possible. And I'm sure that there will be people out there who will know exactly how long each of the platforms is, but I am not one of those people. So this is Southport, this is our terminus, Southport. So you come up here underneath and you bend round into Southport. Now Southport, we're going to have the station at about 300 metres. Southport's quite a big station, it's a very weird one, is Southport. I've never been there personally, but on Train Simulator there was the Wigan to Southport route. You've seen me do that. Have I done a video on that? I have done a video on that. I think I have anyway. Yeah, well, I think I have. And it looks like it's a, you know, it used to be a huge station, and now it's just not. So yeah, let's get some of that track in now. We'll bend quite a sharp bend round, and you're just going to come straight down here. Now, I believe that this is above ground for most of the way, to be honest with you. There we go. And straight down. Bring you down there like that. Jolly good. And straight through. Keep it as close as we can to the, you know, the scar on the landscape where the railway actually is. We want to get this as accurate as possible. I mean, we're not going to lose sleep over you know, things that aren't... We'll get it as close as possible. If it's not completely 100%, we can live with that. And I think we've been here. I think I've been here at some point. You know, walking through the sand dunes. I think I have. I can't remember. I think it was during the lockdown when they said, oh yeah, you can like go out places, just not too far. I think it was during then we went and took the dog for a walk on... near the sand dunes, and I'm sure it was round Formby. We walked through this big park. It was quite nice. Well, it was absolutely lovely, to be fair. It's worth a visit if you've not been. Right, keep you down there. Yeah, that's good. Keep dragging you down. Oh, hang on, what have we got here? Hightown, yes, and that was the one that actually kept the correct name, wasn't it? So that's good. Right, keep bringing you down there to another place. Which is actually called another place. I'm sure the station's not called that, but in fact I don't think it is, because we would have picked up on that earlier, wouldn't we? Bring you straight down here to Crosby Town Hall. There we go. And under, thank you. There we go. Lovely. Ah, so yeah, we're about Bootle here, aren't we? Yeah. That's roughly where we are. Bring you again straight down. And I know that I'm doing these on overpasses, when in reality the road probably goes over the railway. It's usually how it is. But you know, we don't obviously have access to just go under the road. The map is there and you have to do with it. You know, you can't change the map, unfortunately. That's the one thing about this game. Bring you down here. I reckon there's some form of depot here. It would make sense for there to be some form of depot. Now we go straight down here. Now let's get straight back down from Southport, because we are now back at Kirkdale. So that's where we are here. We'll build you up. Oops. That'll do. Up and across. Now some of these stations might be 4 platforms. And again, we're just going to run them as 2 for now. If it turns out, oh, we'll pop the junction in there. If it turns out that I can't do it, you know, I can't possibly timetable with, you know, with what we've got, then we will have to obviously add platforms. I'm going to try and keep it as realistic as possible. And a couple of people have pointed out that timetable in the Merseyrail network is an absolute, I think the word they used was arseache, which is a shame, isn't it? But there we go. So, we need, I think it'll go into a tunnel here. No, I don't think it does, you know. I think we kind of go like that from the looks of things. and it's under Leeds Street, which could be this one here. I think that's where we go into the tunnel. Yep. And of course, in a tunnel, we can just directly cross over another track that's in a tunnel, because it just assumes you're either going underneath or over the top or whatever. That's going to come to 151,000 million squillion pounds. So that's actually not too bad. We've gone all the way up there. Look, that's quite a length of line, actually, to be fair. I didn't think we'd gone as far as we had, but obviously we had. So that's all jolly nice, isn't it? Anyway, we need to carry on now. There's no rest for the wicked, and we need to build Kirkdale Station, which is, there we go, that's about Kirkdale. What line are we heading up now? I'm not sure. I think we're heading up towards Ormskirk and Kirkby. I think we are anyway. Yes, I do believe we are. So, yeah, continuing up the line here, we go under a couple of tunnels, and then you'll see the line split. So we've got the line to Kirkby there, and I think that's the line to Ormskirk. So there is a station here called Walton. That's lovely, isn't it? There we go. We'll pop Walton in. Will we? I don't know. There we go. Oh, no, it's 151 metres. I could leave it like that, but I know that it would upset quite a lot of the viewers. There we go. 151. And then we've got Rice Lane, which is here. Can only imagine that there's a lot of Chinese takeaways on this this particular road. Maybe. Who knows? So from Rice Lane, we'll continue up to Kirkby. And we have got Fazakerley. Fazakerley? Yeah. It's spelt strange. Fazakerley. We'll go with Fazakerley. Okay. And then we have got Kirkby here. Now, Kirkby is a bit of an odd one because there's actually two stations. But there's not. There's one station, but there's two platforms. Sort of. There we go. So we'll put you there, and then we'll no, I don't want that. No, there we go. How do we? Can we do that? There we go. So that's not actually connected. If you look, we'll keep those separate, and that is how we're going to keep Kirkby Station there. That's fine, and we'll drag you to 150 metres. So it's actually, I mean, there was a railway crash. There was a rail crash not too long since, actually, at Kirkby. And what it basically is you've got a station here, and then there's some buffers and a bit of no track, and then another buffers and more station. So you've got this as the northern terminus at Kirkby. You have services through to Manchester down this line, and there's no actual track in the middle. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. There's probably a reason why there's no track in the middle, but there's not. And then you can change for the Merseyrail services down to here. So we will pop that bit of track in first of all. Let's get that connected. I appear to be not on the additional. I'm on the move it about cursor. There we go. Well, I'm sure there's a reason. If you do actually know that reason, I'd be interested to know why is there no track there? What's the reason? There must be a reason. We'll bring you to about there. And we come straight up now. I think the main line goes up to Kirkby by the looks of the map. The main line goes up to Kirkby, so we'll build that one straight up there. To Fazakerley. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to let me have that. That's annoying. We'll tunnel under the road. There we go. I feel like this might be, the road will go over, won't it? The road always goes over the top, it seems to be, because the railway was usually there first. Build you straight up and across. Oh, and it's even letting me overpass over that river. That's nice of it, isn't it? We'll make that a little bit neater. There we go. Beautiful. So we've got the Kirkby branch there. Now, at some point, we will expand down to, further on from Kirkby. We'll put the northern services in via Wigan. It is something we intend on doing at some stage, so don't worry, that will happen. Now, if we zoom back into Walton, we continue up to a place called Orrell Park, which I believe is about there. very close together, these stations. There we go. Oh, and it's even called Orrell Park. Well, that is jolly nice, isn't it? I like that. Thanks, Orrell Park. And if we continue our way up the line, we get to Aintree, which I think is about there. Yeah, that looks like Aintree. And I imagine that Aintree is where... Is that where the horse racing is? It's some form of racing? You have Aintree races. I imagine that is where that is. Well, that is where that is. There we go. So we come up here. Where do we... I know there's a section of... Oh, hang on. I've lost myself here. Hang on. Right, so we're there. We're there. That's where we are. That's where we are. That's Old Roan Station. Just there. And it's actually not, it's Total Fitness. Hooray! They're so big now at Total Fitness, they even have a railway station named after them. How nice. Then we have got, just over here, we've got Maghull, or Maghull. I don't know exactly how that's pronounced. I imagine it's Maghull. There we go, you're about there. And then just over here, Maghull North, or Mersey Park, whatever floats your boat there. Continuing up again, it's a big long section which looks out in the country. We stop at a lovely little place called Town Green. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Where do you live? Oh, I live in the detached properties of Town Green. Oh, lovely. I don't know. It could be awful. Again, very little knowledge of this area of the world. Then we have Alton Park and up to Ormskirk, which is about... Where are you? You're about there by the looks of things. Ormskirk is about here. Jolly nice. Now, I reckon they terminate in Ormskirk. I'm pretty sure they do. However, the line seems to go up to Bursker Junction, Rufford, Croston. Where are you going? Ah, and up to... Right, okay, so I reckon that they terminate at Ormskirk. I'm pretty sure that they do. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'm very, very confident that they do. Let me just double check that. Again, one day I will... yeah, they do terminate at Ormskirk. I knew that. So we have actually built the Northern Line. Because this is called the Northern Line. We've not built the Northern Line. You've got to actually put some track in first. What do you think you're running? Hover trains? Right, okay, there we go. Build you across. Lovely. Right, straight across. Thank you. And up to Orrell Park. I don't know if... is it called Orrell Park? I can't remember. Up to Bootle Football Club. Again, don't think that's the name of the station. But it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Nope, didn't want to viaduct that. Back on the ground, please. There we go. And we'll track to there. And can we go? Yeah, we can go back there. That's absolutely fine. And then this is the kind of cross-country bit, isn't it? We'll viaduct you over there. And straight in. Oh, come on! You're not letting me put an overpass in over there. That's just cruel. That is just cruel, isn't it? But I guess rules is rules. Right, there we go into Mersey Park, which is not called Mersey Park, but it is on this, isn't it? Straight up there. Actually, quite a straight line. I imagine that you could probably do 100 miles an hour up here. Well, I know you can't, partly because I'm sure that 507s and 508s can only do 75, but, you know, I reckon it's straight enough to get up to some form of speed. West Lancashire, positive energy. Nice. We do like a bit of positive energy. I'm at Ormskirk. Stop building now. That is the terminus. There we go. So we're going to get that built for £262 million. That is the Northern Line built. Now what we do also need to do is build down to Ellesmere Port and Chester. We're going to be doing that today as well. Oh my goodness me, we're doing so much. And this is what happens when you save up lots of money. Right, so we need to go down to Ellesmere Port. There we go. So we're down at Ellesmere Port here. Where is the station? Well, the station at Ellesmere Port is about here. So we'll pop you in. Pop you in about there. That'll do. So that's Ellesmere Port. Again, I am just slinging the stations in, and in the hope that they're vaguely right. We've got a station here called Overpool. Well, I think is it the other side of the road? It is the other side of the road, is it? Yeah, we'll put it the other side of the road because it looks like it's that side, doesn't it? There we go. So that's Overpool. Continuing up, we have a station called Little Sutton, which I think is about here. Yeah, you can see the bridge from the station. That's absolutely fine. So that's Little Sutton. And then that's where it joins the line from Chester. I don't think we don't have any stations up to there. So we'll go down the Chester line now. Is it about there? Is that it? That's Capenhurst? Is it? No. No, it's further down. Further down. That's Capenhurst. Yeah, that's the one. Pop you in there. 150 metres. Yep. Jolly good. Thank you. And continuing down, it's quite a long section, isn't it? Into the town of Back? I don't know, but it's about here, isn't it, the station? I reckon it's probably pronounced Bash. I don't know. No idea. And then, we have actually built Chester, haven't we? So that makes it nice and straightforward. I've forgotten we built Chester. Right, so we are going to have another platform at Chester. Can we squeeze you in there? 150 metres, that'll do. It's a bit ugly, isn't it? But I'm sure we'll manage. We'll come out on a viaduct. It's truly hideous what I've just built, isn't it? We're going to build you round there. I'll probably tidy Chester Station up at a later date. I'm a little bit irritated at myself that I've not that I left it in such a state previously, but I reckon that's probably about right because the Merseyrail terminates on this side anyway. So yeah, it'll do. It'll do. I know that I often build with that "it'll do" kind of attitude. There we go, we'll fling you up here. Yep, there we go. And straight across. Straight up. Yep. That is a long section, isn't it? With no station. Which does beg the question. I do often wonder why Merseyrail conductors aren't given ticket machines. From what I do work with a couple of people that are ex-Merseyrail, and they said that it's just not part of their duties checking tickets, and it just seems a bit of an odd one. I don't really get why if you've got big long sections like this between stations, why not check tickets? It just it's an extra feather in your hat, isn't it? Sort of. I just don't get it. You've then got Hooton Station just here. There we go, Hooton is roughly there. Now, I know I've built the track up to here, but we are going to just put the stations in up to here, and then we'll put the track in straight afterwards. Eastern Rake, that's about there. You, of course, don't want me to overlap with that little bit of water, do you? Heaven forfend I should do that. And we're going to continue up to Spittle. Oh, I love that. Love that name, Spittle. Now that looks like there's a station. Is there a station there? Yes, there is. Bromborough. I was zoomed out on the map to the point where it didn't actually tell me about Bromborough. And Bromborough Rake. Oh my god, have I actually missed loads of stations? That big, long section. Oh, hang on. Now I'm like that big long section down there. I'm starting to doubt myself. Oh well, we can come back and sort it. We can come back and sort it. Bromborough Rake, you are somewhere around here. Let's have a look. Where are you? I reckon you're about there. Yeah, you are. Yep, you're about there, and up to Spittle. God, could you imagine if I'd have missed those? There'd have been uproar, wouldn't there? Absolute uproar. and then up to Port Sunlight. Oh, I know why Port Sunlight is. I've sold someone a ticket there once. You're about there, aren't you, Port Sunlight? Sounds like a very optimistic place, doesn't it, Port Sunlight? And then we've got Bebington here. Yeah, Bebington's about there. And up to Rock Ferry. I've sold someone a ticket to Rock Ferry as well. Oh, Rock Ferry. You're about there, Rock Ferry. Yes, you are. And it looks like you're a 4-platform station, so we'll put 4 platforms in. But again, it kind of looks like this is just a terminating platform. So I'm not entirely sure. There we go. We'll just tweak you about there. We go. And from Rock Ferry, continuing up to Birkenhead Central. Now we didn't put Birkenhead Central in last time, did we? Because that's just further down from Hamilton Square. So Birkenhead Central is kind of... are we looking about here? Hang on, where are we? So railway comes up and round. Yeah, it's just here is Birkenhead Central. Just there. 150 metres, and then we obviously connect with the route from Hamilton Square. So we just need to put a junction in there, straight out. It looks like it's subsurface as well, which so that's fine. Down to there, and then you kind of come under, and then you arrive out in the open about there. Okay. From there you go round. Now I don't know if it said, did it say that it's tunnels again? Looks like it is. There we go, round, straight out and down. Keep going to Rock Ferry. Now we'll put the junction in at Rock Ferry, just there and round there. Keep it going down, straight down. Jolly good. And bring you... Oh, we don't want you to be... There we go, we'll bring you across a little bit. It's probably straight out, but just because of the orientation of the station. Spittle. And then the 2 stations we nearly missed. There we go. Build straight across there, because it's not going to let me track it, is it? It wouldn't let me overpass that. Up to Hooton, and then we shall put our junction in, and then we should be roughly done. Provided I've not just missed a line off. As I say, this is my knowledge of where the Merseyrail network goes. I really am hoping I've not like completely missed a line. There's a group of people that are like super offended. Like, how could you miss my line off? My local line. Keep going. And that is Ellesmere Port. So that is the Merseyrail network. Let's just click build, and I'm quite impressed that that has actually taken us up to almost half an hour. You know, I always try and get these episodes to be about half an hour, so I'm quite impressed with myself there. And next time we shall get some trains running. Let me just consult before I leave you to make sure that I have got the Merseyrail network correct. We do have. We've built round to West Kirkby. Tick. We've built up to New Brighton. Tick. Down to Ellesmere Port. Tick. Chester. Tick. And we've got the loop at Liverpool Lime Street. Jolly good. We go down to Hunts Cross. Tick. Up to Kirkby. Up to Ormskirk. And up to Southport. That's the entire Merseyrail network on. Now I'm going to get some trains running on this, and I shall show you the trains that I've got running in the next episode. And then, of course, we're going to go and build somewhere else. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, show the video some love by clicking the like button. Why not consider joining our Discord server? There is, just join it. There's a link in the description to do so. It's free of charge, and we often talk about things to do with NIMBY Rails. To be honest, a lot of people have much better ideas than I do, but yeah, it's always good to pinch their ideas. You can see that in the link. There is the link to the Discord server. That's that covered. And do subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, this is like episode 26, 27. So if you have got this far and haven't subscribed, what is wrong with you? Yeah, episode 27. Get subscribed. I'll see you next time. Cheerio. Goodbye for now.